Like, yes, you can, Ocelot. Alright, anyway. That's gonna be it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed Early Hours Starbase. We're gonna move into the Space News segment now. I haven't checked in with Starship, so Thomas, if you're around, let's get Starship news in here if we can. I'm really, really, really like 130% not interested in anything that has to do with Blue Origin and lawyers or SLS being delayed. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. So, I'm just going to go get something to eat real quick. And I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. No, it wasn't, Yarg. Somebody just wrote an article saying it was. Honk honk, you know. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I'm actually ready to go. I just want to listen to that jam one more time. One more time. That was not bad. Now do epic sax guy. End the stream. It doesn't get better than that. Pack it up, boys. We won the internet. Man. I should really learn how to do that with this thing. Nice. It's crazy how you make those guitar sounds with your mouth. Yeah. Where can we buy these great instruments? Off of Amazon. They're called an automaton. They're awesome. This is the most American thing? No. This is the most American thing. I forget how to play it, dude. I had it down on the 4th of July, dude. I played it. I played the whole song at the end of the stream. I think I actually can go up here. You gotta play it left-handed? That's really, 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 really difficult. Anyway. There we go. I'd have to practice for like 5 minutes, but here. That'll be left-handed and upside down. Yeah, I know, right? All right, are we ready for space news? So, let's see. What do we have here? I think I got most of it. I'm trying to... Let me just kind of organize all this here. Let's do that there. I'm going to put all the space news stuff on one end. We'll put that over there. I want to do a little bit of a Starship update, but we have about an hour and a half to do it. That shouldn't be a problem. Got the Russian news in there. Alright, that can move over there. And that can go right there. Alright, let's... You interviewed Northrop Grumman? Eh? Oh. Oh. Cool article, Joe. Yeah, there you go. That's neat. That's neat. Did you ask about Omega? I didn't read the whole thing. Did you ask about Omega? Tell me you asked about Omega, please. 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 All right. So, let's go over to... What did they say about Omega? What did they say? You tell me. You will tell me this news immediately. All right, here we go. So, we'll start off with Mike Sheets here, CNBC correspondent. Oh. There's a number of common hardware improvements that were made on Omega that we're going to take advantage of across the fleet, and mainly in the areas of avionics. We have some upgrades to our common avionics, and then we also have the autonomous flight termination system that we're going to debut next year. The boring stuff. Lame. Okay, so Richard Branson's spaceflight with Virgin Galactic had a red warning light come on mid-launch due to going off trajectory. Reports Nick Schmidl, author of Test Gods, Virgin Galactic and the Making of a Modern Astronaut. Okay. VSS Unity flew outside its designated airspace for 1 minute and 41 seconds, and the FAA is investigating. Flight director Mark Forger Stuckey was reportedly stripped of his duties. Excluded from planning for Branson's spaceflight, and then 8 days after, fired over Zoom. The Earth is flat? No, it's not flat, you dope. How many times do I have to deal with these people? It's a cone, all right? It's a freaking cone. What are you, dumb? Half of it's round, half of it's flat. Why do you think half people think it's flat and half the people think it's round? God, don't be stupid. Jesus. Huh. Gotta deal with you people all the time, Roy. It's ridiculous.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Willie, 14-month resub. Is water wet? I mean, maybe. Kidding. No, I know, man. I know. If I wasn't kidding, Roy, then I don't think I'd be doing this line of work, bro. You know? All right. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. So yeah, we knew that Stuckey got Forger got. We knew he got fired, but I didn't. Yeah, something went down. Yeah, see? That happens when you have a human piloting a rocket engine at several Gs. Well, Switchy, I don't know how you can say that and not know where and when it violated its flight trajectory, but yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Something went down there. Something went down, but we probably will never know what it is. But anyway, here, check out the next thing. This is coming from NASA's Flickr. Here, this is the astronauts up on the station. Hey, all right. Megan's birthday? That's cool. There's your boy. Hey. Nice pictures. Where are those pictures from the draw? Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Well. Oh, hello. That's the CRS-23 Dragon that we saw. We watched it launch the other day. Toma got some pictures of it coming up. Oh, man. It's cool. That's very, very cool. Doesn't seem real. Yeah, something like that, dude. That's crazy. Look at that thing. Freaking spaceship. It's not as cool as the shuttle. It's only a model. No. Great pictures. Also, it looks like Toma took some pictures of... Yeah, farms. Mm-hmm. Pac-Man! Waka, 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 waka. Yep, circular farms, man. Yeah, very nice. Ooh, pretty. You look like a waka, 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 waka. Looks like a bunch of CD-ROMs on the floor. Yep. Toma's taking some really nice pictures. Kuala Lumpur right there. That's cool. All right, let's... Hey. All right, sweet. Those pictures of the dragon docking are just money. Oh, yeah. Very nice. You know Toma was like, all right, do you guys have everything under control here? And they're like, yep, we got the dock. He's like, okay, I'm going to go take pictures. He's like, I'm just gonna be I'll take the pictures. It's not UDMH, monomethylhydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide. Close, Alex, but that UDMH and N2O2 is the Russians' hypergolic formula, and the Chinese, I guess. Interesting, Lunprod. I won't show it then. Oh. That's some desktop background material right there. Wow. Well. Oh, like, give me... I need the camera. Hey. Alright, that's not good. Hey, Cygnus. Very nice. Yeah, that's, that's not good. That is, in fact, a problem. I'm pretty sure that's... Oh. Okay. Yeah. Wow, some of these pictures are really, really cool. Oh, he took a picture of Hawaii. Whoa. Cool. Ah, can we see Mo? Hey, there she is. She's guarding Arizona. Rocket Lab tweet, okay. Hey, come back here. Look at the Mo. Yeah. Look at the Mo. Oh yeah, Tech? There you go. There's Hickam Field right there, and then there's Honolulu International. Oh, that was Hickam Field. Is this City Skylines? Yeah, sure. Zero used to tie up. There you go, man. That's cool. These are sweet pictures. Oh, even better. Look at this one. Look, you can see some reserve fleet out in Hawaii over there. Look at that thing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Jeez, God, you alright? Nice, Wish. That's cool. Yeah, Ford Island, it used to have the airstrip there. Yep, yep. That's Pearl Harbor, man. Cool. Oshide-sama. Whoa, what's that? I don't know. St. Vincent and the Grenadier. Yep, okay, St. Vincent. Despite just producing just 1% of global carbon emissions, well, they face the greatest impact from rising sea level. Yeah, okay. Dude, some of these pictures, though. Man, I could, dude, all right, we could stare at these all day. Let's go on to the next space news. All right, so this is coming from EJS. On Monday, August 30th, the next portion of the integrated testing and checkout campaign for Artemis 1, which would be the first power-up of the ICPS and various propulsion system tests on SLS, was successfully completed. Here's a new photo. Hey, what's up? How you doing? That's crazy. Oh, she's a monster. That's awesome. That's cool. So what you're looking at is the Artemis 1 stack inside of High Bay 3. They have a mass simulator up at the top that they're using for modal testing. The Orion and the Orion staging adapter are the last two things to go on. The Orion staging adapter is being worked on down the street from this, actually. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, TJ. SLS just turned EJ into Wendy Williams. Nice. Nice. Too bad it won't launch this year. I have a source. What a putz. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. That kind of just blurted that one out. Anyway, really cool to see more testing done. Sorry about that. Hey, Storm, how you doing? Oh, my goodness. Not wrong. Dude, I was just reading on Twitter last night, dude. I found a couple of Twitter threads that, dude, people really don't like him. Like, and I get it, dude. It's just a Twitter thread. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm sure Eric doesn't give a crap. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care. Freaking, yeah. There's a lot of people that are like, I really, really wish he would stop doing that. I'm like, huh, man. All right, cool. What will happen after 2025 when Russia pulls out of the ISS? I don't know. They'll probably commercialize their part of the station, Neo. Hey, Tabin, what's going on? Storm, you had a long interview today, but going to be IT for part of Auburn University's Aero and E department, so I couldn't be happier with the part-time job you have now. Hey, all right, man. All right. There you go. Yes, I'm cracking, right? Yeah, I don't know it's ours. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Coming right from an Artemis launch control engineer. Let's see. Well, we're here. Okay. All right. I'm going to follow that guy, if you don't mind. Do I think... What is that, Roy? Do I think there are more planets like Earth? Dude, there is millions of planets in the universe. Millions. Millions of planets. Oh, yeah. And then there's millions of galaxies on top of that. And in each galaxy, there's millions of solar systems, dude. There's got to be something out there that's like Earth. In fact, dude, NASA can actually figure that out. I've talked to the guys that work on Hubble and James Webb before. NASA's two telescopes that they look into space. How they can tell what... it's so cool. They can use what's called gas spectrography to figure out what what the atmosphere on a planet is. So they can look at they can see how far it is from the sun from the star that it's moving around, right? And then when it crosses in front of the sun, the light will shine through the planet's atmosphere. And depending on how the light gets distorted, they can figure out what type of gas is in the atmosphere of a planet that's billions of miles away. It's actually really freaking cool. That's really neat. It's really good stuff. So yeah, dude, there's plenty of planets like Earth out there. The NASA missions that you'd kind of want to look into is the NASA's TESS, Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. There's Kepler and K2, which are kind of winding down. And then James Webb, obviously, is the big one that's winding up. And then obviously Hubble. Hubble's up there too. Yeah, plenty of stuff, dude. Oh yeah, there's millions of them. Millions. It's kind of ridiculous. Jackal, what's that? That guy really doesn't like him. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not talking out my tail when I'm saying, dude, you literally have no idea what you're saying. He's not NSF, he's ours, Jackal. I highly recommend watching a 2-part series called Life Beyond. Basically sums up all the science we currently we have currently and discusses life as we know it. That's cool, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's another dimension out there. Yep. Yeah. You're Stroop, Bile, and when you're Stroop, you're Stroop. And you're always Stroop. I actually have to go buy more Stroop waffles. There's a place that sells them around here. They're just in the package, Bio. They're not real Stroop waffles. They're like the... Hey, but that's the best I can do, man. That's the best I can do. I gotta get that, and I gotta get more of those damn McVitties. Those friggin'... Oh, they're digestives. No, they're not. They're friggin' cookies. You just gave them a better name so it sounds better when you eat them. I tell you, that's the most American thing I've ever heard. You know, just a cheeseburger. What's wrong with a cheeseburger? Except it kills you if you eat too many of them. No. That's like calling it a healthy burger because it has all the food groups on it. That is the most British thing I've ever heard. Oh, yes, they're healthy cookies, mate. Yeah, they're healthy stroopwafels, too. No. Those cookies are delicious, and I want more of them. Yeah, living kills you. Yeah, I know, right? Cheeseburger never killed anybody. Hey, the cheeseburger didn't pull the trigger, man. All right. It does have all the food groups. Dude, you're in a country that calls pizza a salad. Kurlani, I'm hungry now. Yeah, I already got it, Thomas. Yep. There's a very good chance I'll be near Detroit and New England next summer. I'll get you some top-tier stroopwafels if I fly out your way. Okay. You prefer vegetables? Alex, vegetables are what my food eats. Okay? Alright. I'm higher on the food chain. Yeah, Roy, it's more like the distances are too long. For the longest time, people existed on 2 continents on this planet with no knowledge of each other existing. And then all of a sudden we had a way to go across the oceans, and now you can basically go across an ocean a couple of hours, or 14. Now that's the most American thing you've heard today. Alright, anyway, let's get back to the next bit of news. Yeah, Thomas, that guy Josh really, really doesn't like him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking through it right now. Granted, I enjoy a neat piece of well-seasoned beef, but day to day it's just too expensive. Too expensive? Oh. How much is a pound of steak over there? Wait a minute, too expensive. Dude, I could go out to the store and get meat for nothing. My freezer's full of meat. Josh is not having it, nor should he. Because he's full of crap, dude. That's what I keep telling you guys. And I'm pretty sure that everybody in here agrees with me, but vegetables are cheaper in France, remember? The vegetables cost nothing, dude, here. Nothing. We got big farms. We got farms for days, man. $5 to $6, $17 for a steak here at the moment. You're paying 12 euros for a pound of steak? 1 kilogram, 1 kilo. So 1 kilo is 2.2. So 50. So you're paying about $7. Not the worst. Interesting, Smirks. Huh. Yeah, it's not bad. £10 for a ribeye? Yeah, that makes sense, Gek. Yep. It's kind of getting that bad here. Well, yep. It's like $10. Yeah. Things tend to be expensive in Western Europe, especially fuel. Let's not talk about gas prices. let's change the subject. Let's see. All right. So Josh hates Eric Berger, so I'm gonna give him a follow. All right. We'll move over into the Russian news. Stand by for Russian news. I gotta do it off key or else I'll get DMCA'd. No, I won't. I just played it off key. Anyway. Let's see what we got. Get out of here! It's the Russian news. Relax. It's their national anthem. You can't crap on another country's national anthem. That's messed up. Anyway. You love cows, Forlorn? Yeah, me too. Not for the same reasons as you, though. Not for the same reasons as you. All right, let's see. The first all-Russian crew of 3 professional cosmonauts since 2000, Oleg Artemyev, Denis Matveev, and Sergei Korsakov will fly on the ISS on MS-21 on March 18, 2022. This will be the 3rd attempt to send an all-Russian crew to the ISS in more than 20 years after Soyuz MS-18. After Soyuz MS-18, Sergei Korsakov was replaced by Mark Van Hee, and Soyuz MS-17, Kate Rubins had the 3rd seat instead of Nikolai Chub. Okay. There are rumors that due to Starliner problems, NASA may decide to buy a seat on a Soyuz one more time. Hey Wolfpack, how you doing? I mean, guys, to be honest with you, mixing crews, I'll say this once, I'll say this again. Every time we talk about sending crews up to the ISS, mixing crews is what you got to do. So an all-Russian crew is cool, and I'm happy that it's all, that, you know, the Soyuz has all Russians on it. That's neat. But you got to mix these crews. We got to get Russians on Dragon and Starliner, but Starliner is getting delayed, and SpaceX won't tell the Russians how Dragon is made, so they can't certify it for their cosmonauts because it's their intellectual property. A little bit of a weird thing, a weird unanticipated thing with Crew Dragon and privatizing spaceflight. Privatizing spaceflight actually... Hey, PK, 57-month resub. Privatizing spaceflight has actually had interesting repercussions in that it hinders international cooperation. Oops. Doing alright, getting over a cold. Hope all is well over on... Yeah, no, Wolfpack, everything's good. So, I mean, it's very interesting. Very interesting. But hey, all Russian crew. That's pretty cool. How can it be only Russians? What happens if something happens to... Well, we'll have Dragon and Starliner up there by the time MS-21 launches. Well, if we don't have Starliner up there, I'm going to be a little concerned. Hey, Sneaky, what's going on? Disney, shouldn't it be expected that international cooperation would be negatively affected with private spaceflight? It was kind of unforeseen, Disney. Yeah, they didn't see it coming. I mean, Disney, I'll tell you, I don't know if you know me. I don't really remember seeing you in here previously, but if you have, well, welcome back. If not, I'm EJ. How are you? I like space a lot. I like talking about space, and I use Twitch to teach people about space. I have always said that NASA needs their own in-house program. I do not care how expensive it is, but it has to compete against private. Having a healthy and robust, because okay, the way I look at spaceflight, it's just logistics. It's just a form of transportation. A rocket with people on the top is just a vehicle to get people up there. That's the goal, get people up there. It's just like an airplane has a destination, right? Or a ship has a destination, or a train has a destination. It's just a form of logistics. And if you can use another example of why having a public logistic transport program and a private logistic transport program is a good idea, you needn't look no further than the post office and FedEx. You know, every country has its own post system, and nobody's gone full private post systems. There's a reason for that. Some things are just better done by the public sector, and some things are better done by the private sector. In which case, private sector can give you cheap access for space flight, but it does have its drawbacks because SpaceX doesn't necessarily represent the United States. So you're not cooperating it's not international cooperation anymore, is it? I don't know, I think they assumed when they, kind of expanded commercial crew that the Russians would just kind of be like, yeah, it's good. You know, and that the companies would cooperate, which was kind of stupid. But, did you see your sub message? I'm looking at it now. Good, your 9-month resub. We have a baby now. What do you want to name it? I was thinking Julian Kane. Sure, that's fine. Dissimilar redundancy is the key to survival. Yep. Brazil is privatizing the public post service now. Not surprised by that move, Space Nerd, I'll be honest with you. Anyway, so it is important to cross crews like that. That's really, really important, and privatizing it actually hinders that. It hinders it. And working together in space is the right way to go. Individual nation states working together in space got us the ISS. It got us the biggest space station, the biggest thing that we've ever constructed in space, by a long shot. So, I mean, I think that would be good to continue that international cooperation, but without an in-house program, I'm not sure how far we're going to get. So, anyway, let's keep going here. What else do we got? Okay, let me read. Raketo I don't know what the end with the squiggly over it is. Makes sense. You get the best minds across the international community. Maybe a World Health Organization, but for space. Disney, I don't want one overarching space entity. I don't think that's a good idea. Us working with the Russians, or the U.S. working with the Chinese, or the Chinese working with the Russians, or the Russians working with the Europeans, or the Japanese working with the Russians, etc., etc. It needs to be individual coming together. One big entity like that will not get us very far in space. Because there will be a lot of infighting over who gets to say what the space program does. Working together for mutual advantage, so a symbiotic cooperation program. Symbiotic cooperation between individual nation states is the right move. That's the right way to go. Yeah, I don't know how to convey it in English. Okay. So, energia, Korleva? So I can see that that's Soyuz MS-20 right there. So Cosmodrome, Baikonur. So Energia's working on the Soyuz capsule for MS-20. It will be moved to Baikonur, and I'm not sure what the rest of this says. In the Rocket and Space Corporation Energia, SP Korolev completed the initial stage of a complex factory test of a manned spacecraft. Today, it went to Baikonur to continue regular training at the technical complex. Okay, so they're finishing up the MS-20 capsule. Pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Fair enough. Thanks for the breakdown. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Korolev himself completed it. Yeah, right? Freaking Google Translate, dude. So, Russian has, like, gender pronouns in it. So, they call the spacecraft he, right? Or a different thing she, right? And, yeah, Google Translate doesn't understand that. It doesn't translate the sentence right. So, yeah, it doesn't really get that sentence right, but that's cool. Another Soyuz being processed. That one will launch SCAP, right? Oh, hello. Yeah, we'll save that picture for later. All right. And then there's another. They're working on another one over there. That's the 21 Soyuz, right there. Cool. All right, next bit of news. Sphere, right? So this is, if they're saying sphere a bunch of times, that means they're working on their, this is an internet satellite constellation. The Sphere is the code name for the Russians' internet satellites, so kind of like Starlink.
Hey, I sent you information in Discord that I need you to do today. I forgot to tell you.
Alright.
That's all. If you could do that, like, after stream or whatever. The thing for the thing. Did I not? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
You know the thing. Anyway. English to Russian works very well in Google. The other way, not so much. Fire up, Chips! Fire up, Chips! She's gone, PK. I'll tell her later. Germa did forget the gas bill. Gas bill, yep. More secretism, huh? Yeah. There's a crack in reality. So, yeah, that's Sphera. Sphera? Yeah. Alright, let's translate it. Let's see. The creation of the Sphere program has actually begun. The main objectives of Sphere are telecommunications, broadband access, and the Internet of Things. During the creation of the Sphere program, it is planned to launch more than 600 communication satellites and Earth remote sensing. Alright, let's see. Sphera.
Сфера фактически началось. По словам генерального директора Роскосмоса
Probably, Bank.
Дмитрия Рогозина, к концу следующего года будут созданы прототипы первых космических аппаратов одной из орбитальных группировок. Минфин уже выделил средства. Главные задачи сферы – телекоммуникации, широкополосный доступ и интернет вещей.
Once again, he's just saying what's in the tweet.
Аппараты будут работать как на геостационарной, так и на средне- и маловысотных орбитах. Среди группировок спутников системы Сфера будут аппараты Экспресс-РВ с высокой эллиптической орбитой, Марафон созвездия из 264 спутников в 12 орбитальных плоскостях на высоте порядка 750 километров и аппараты Скиф для традиционного интернета. Система Скиф обладает большой пропускной способностью – 320 мегабит в секунду и формирует на поверхности Земли большое количество лучей передачи информации. В ходе создания программы «Сфера» Российская Федерация планирует запустить более 600 спутников связи и дистанционного зондирования Земли.
What satellite looks like that? I forget the name. There was a name. There was the Orbcom satellites. Those look like the Orbcom satellites. I think that guy needs a bigger monitor. That guy codes. He's the one in here doing all the coding, huh?
Более 600 спутников связи и дистанционного зондирования Земли.
Is there enough space in low Earth orbit to support all this? We'll find out. Would 20k Delta V be enough to put Sentinel in a solar orbit of like 10 by 10? 20,000 Delta V will get you anywhere in the solar system in KSP, dude. Yeah. Oh, привет, horse. Как дела? Wait, was he using 7? No. Oh. No, нет. Это не хорошо. Fear Kessler syndrome intensifies for sure. Yeah, Roro. They're gonna. Most of the internet satellite constellations, from what I understand, are gonna be at different altitudes. But yeah. I'm the boss, dang it. Give me the biggest monitor. Big Windows 7. Yeah, it looks like he's running a virtual... Yeah, there's 2 start bars down there. Oh, no. $36,000 for Starlink, $15,000 or so for Amazon Facebook. Now Sphere. And then the other one goes on Soyuz. It's getting pretty crowded up there. Yeah. He was remote desktoping. Must have been hacking something. It's the hacks. He's on a computer. It's the hacks, right? That was a joke. Please. What are we going to do about Kessler? Any plans for sleeping up bits of collision? Well, Starlink, for instance, is in a decaying orbit to begin with, but there's no way I'd let anybody else launch anything unless you have plans of disposing it in case something goes wrong. You don't want to screw with Kessler. That's a bad idea. Really, EJ? That's just a joke. Relax. So you don't want to get too much stuff up there, because if something hits something, that debris cloud stays there. If you're unsure, if you don't know what Kessler syndrome is, okay, it's Kessler syndrome is like in the ocean, right? So picture the ocean in your mind. It's watery, it's wet, salty, all these flavors, and you choose salty. Anyway, think about any time a ship ever sank. Instead of sinking below the waves, it just stayed there. It just stayed there and it didn't move. So The Bismarck, the wreck of the Bismarck, for instance, is just there. The Titanic's there. The Lusitania's there. You know, all the ships in Pearl Harbor that, you know, went down, they're all still there. You can't move them. That's what Kessler syndrome is. You know, all those wrecks, all those pieces, it would become, the ocean would become it would be really super hard to navigate. You wouldn't be able to navigate anything. And if one ship hits it, then, oh, there you go. Nope, that ship stays there. So basically, if we launch too many satellites and one hits another, it causes a debris cloud, and that debris cloud stays there, and then every other spacecraft has to maneuver around that debris cloud, or it becomes part of the debris cloud. And the debris cloud can get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until Earth literally has a shower of satellite parts just orbiting it like Saturn's rings almost. So yeah, it's something to definitely take into account, and you have to be careful about it. But I'd assume that cooler heads are prevailing here, so... Yeah, Rora, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, everything up there is traveling 17,500 miles an hour. But, yeah. Like that scene in the beginning of WALL-E. Yeah, that gets the point across. That's not exactly how it would go down, but that gets the point across. Anyway, next bit of news here. Let's see. This is coming from Andrew Jones. So Andrew Jones reports on the Chinese space program. Let's see what they're up to. Found something earlier that China is working on that made me spray tea everywhere. The fun way to put it would be that it is the opposite of ingenuity. Behold, a prototype Mars cruise drone to be fitted with a spectrometer for future exploration missions. China has been looking into flying something on Mars for a decent amount of time. Sure you have. Okay. A proposal for Tianwen-1, which was not chosen, included an aerostat and ground penetrator. CIST has also been looking at concepts including balloons and UAVs. What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. So, NASA has a chopper on Mars. They did helicopter on Mars right now, and that's what it looks like. They did helicopter on Mars, dude. Multiple times. They did surgery on a grape. I don't know. They did helicopter on Mars. How cool. I clearly see the difference in the design. What's the issue? Hey, I don't know. Let's go on to the next news. So, I think that's all the regular stuff. We're going to get into the Starship update. I wanted to do a good Starship update today. I haven't looked into it in a little while. So I kind of compiled all the SpaceX stuff at the end of the stream. Yeah, I know, Yarg. There's also that to take into account, but yep. You made this? I made this. All right. SpaceX responds to Amazon's request that the FCC dismiss the Starlink Gen 2 amendment, calling it a continuation of efforts by the Amazon families of companies to hinder competitors, and referencing Blue Origin's lawsuit against NASA. Amazon's recent missive is unfortunately only the latest in its continuing efforts to slow down competition while neglecting to resolve the Commission's concern about Amazon's own non-geostationary orbit NGSO satellite system. Oh boy. While Amazon has filed nothing with the Commission to address these conditions on its own license for nearly 400 days, it only took 4 days to object to SpaceX's next-generation system. Oh no. While Amazon has waited 15 months to explain how its system works, it has lodged objections to SpaceX with an average of about every 16 days this year. Non-geostationary orbit satellites. Can I read that last one again? While Amazon has waited 15 months to explain how its system works, it has lodged objections to SpaceX on the average of about every 16 days this year. What's the next page say? That's a little spicy. The Commission should recognize this delay tactic for what it is, a continuation of efforts by the Amazon family of companies to hinder competitors to compensate for Amazon's failure to make progress of its own. Amazon's maneuvering is familiar to anyone who has watched Amazon or its sister companies. Of course, Jonas, yeah. This is a great document. I had to stop reading it at work. I was laughing too much. Air taxi news. I got it. Can we get a professor here at the Peter Parameter going? Monka Param. I want to be a Blue Origin fan. I truly do. Why do I have to make it so difficult? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. It's a question I think that's important to ask, dude. And don't get me wrong, I like Blue, and I don't have a problem with them. Like, I think they get a little crazy with the legal teams, but most defense companies do, to be honest. This one is just pretty high profile, so you're hearing a lot about it, right? We heard a lot about it when SpaceX did the same thing 5 years ago. It's fine. In my eyes, this is just part of the game, but also at the same time, I can't help but think that you have all these resources at your disposal and you choose to the lawyers? Like, how is that? Bear bars. We need a GIF emo to the Astro Rocket. We need a GIF emo to the Astro Rocket. We need a GIF emo to the Astro Rocket. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to keep carrying on with space news, all right? But yeah, I just don't understand. You have all these resources at your disposal. Like, I don't get it. And don't get me wrong, it could be just them being quiet about what they do. Remember, that's what they do. I wish that they wouldn't, but Amazon next makes the conclusory statement that if the Commission were to accept SpaceX's amendment, it would encourage speculative applications and fail to ensure that the applicant is ready and willing to construct the satellite it proposes in its application. But Amazon cannot explain how providing information to the Commission about an alternative configuration would encourage speculation. Ugh. As Amazon's former chief executive has said in the past, Procedural maneuvers like the one Amazon now deploys have become the bigger bottleneck than the technology. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, Jeff's not going to be happy about that. He said that. Yeah. Have you thought about enhancing your sound quality? Sounds like an engine in the background. Unfortunately, I can't, Space Dude, unless you want to buy me a house with central air conditioning in it. I want to have better audio quality, dude. I really do. I would love to. But I also need that air conditioner in here to make sure my computers don't destroy themselves. So yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I really can't do anything about it. I know it's annoying. I know audio. People make a big deal out of it. I get it. But you don't need to tell me. The AC makes the stream sound more spacey. Alright. Here's an article a bit similar to that one yesterday. Not sure if you covered it. I don't want to cover it, Novus. You should cover a house, right? Sure. Bonus drama if you feel like it. Not really. Yeah, Elon basically says the same thing. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, dudes. I really wish I could make it better. Like, I need to have that air conditioner in here or the temperature will spike to like 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Pushing 30°C in here. It's happened before. When on the days when it was too hot, oh, it happened. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll see if I can do anything about it, but yeah, I mean, summer's over, which kind of sucks. So I probably won't need it, but I still need something to circulate the air in here, so switching that off to fan might keep the audio down. If the compressor goes off in the air conditioner, it could help, but anyway. We'll jump back into it though. Let's go. All right, so this is coming from a Twitter user named Max. Let's see. Hey, I just saw this on the German Autobahn A2 near Magdeburg this morning. It's coming from Austria and might be headed to Hamburg or Rotterdam. Looks like it's part of a future transportation vehicle for getting Starship to the launch pad. I disagree, John. Fall and spring are stupid. Summer's the best. Winter, just, I don't care about winter. Yeah, that's not a transporter vehicle. That's a new crane. That's a new truck for a crane right there. Oh, look at that. It's brand new. Brand new. That looks like it's for an Liebherr 11,000 or an 11,350. It could be either one. They're made over there. I know. Yeah. Why does that look like the body of a World War I tank upside down? It's one of the trucks for the big crawler cranes, dude. This is a truck for a lattice crawler crane. The brackets are a dead giveaway. See, you have a slotted bracket right there, and then you have the hook bracket right there. So basically, they take the pin of the crane, which is in one subassembly, they drop it down, and they move the trucks into the side. They move the tank tracks into the side, so they build the crane on site, and it's all modular. It goes together like a Lego Technic kit. That thing is brand spanking new, though. Look, oh, it's beautiful, and it's got an X on it. Yeah. Why can't he buy stuff from an American manufacturer? Probably expensive. Our new crane. Last link. Okay. Was it necessary to link what's on the screen, Tomas? Oh, Geeson, I still have to share your panorama. And Libra just does it better. Debatable. Manitowoc makes a good crane. Anyway. So yeah, it's got the X on it, which is pretty rad. So it looks like SpaceX just straight up is going to buy their own damn crane, which is pretty cool. German engineering? Isn't Lever Swiss or Austrian or something? It could be for this. Tank treads on the arms? You think that's for the catcher arms? I mean, it could be. German Swiss. Yeah, Euclid, that's what I thought. I mean, it could be. He said our new crane. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Everything in Europe has a little bit of German engineering in it. Right. Right. Hearts of Iron 4 intensifies. They added trains to Hearts of Iron, dude, or they're going to add it in the next pack. I'm gonna go play Hearts of Iron again, and I will build an empire again. I mean, America is also just a knockoff Germany Kappa. What? All right. What? I think it's going to be an LR14 or 16. Yep. Right. He means hamburgers, NASA, and Von Braun. God, I love saying this. You guys know that Von Braun's work was based off of an American, right? Americans invented the liquid fuel rocket. So if anything, Germany is a knockoff America. Logic for you, right there. Deal with it. Whoosh. Woo! Ooh! Boom! Roasted! Alright. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. US is how old? I'm pretty sure Germany is less than 30 years old. Or actually just around 30. I know, Forlorn, we did do that. It's funny. You want to keep going? We'll keep going. And America's a knockoff England. Drummer, Harbor, go. Harbor, Harbor, go. Drummer, jump in the harbor, or I'll make you jump into the harbor. Hold up, into the harbor. You going in the harbor, guy? Really, Hellfish, interesting. Into the harbor. You go, run. We are all a knockoff of pond scum. Lowest common denominator. Nice, Road. Following your reasoning, everything is a knockoff of China. Fact roasted. Democracy is not a Chinese idea. Ball's in your court, bro. Ball's in your court, bruh. All right, let's go. Come on, it was fun. That was funny. All right, we're just having fun here. Everybody's cool. At least I think. Jeez. Democracy is a Greek idea. That's right. Americans think they invented the car basically because of Henry Ford. No. Daimler-Benz Motorwagen, 1898. Henry Ford made the first car in 1899, actually a year later. But that whole mass production thing, yeah, that was our idea. You're welcome. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, the tower arm installed. This is actually what I want to watch. I have this thing open. Let's check it out. See what's going on. Yeah, well, it's just gonna take some time. We invented the air, Kim. All right, you're stealing our air. This was posted a few hours after you ended the stream. What's up, Thomas? Oh, landing in the dark through clouds. We can finish up on that. So there's the... All right. Enough of the PP measuring contest. Country PP measuring contest. We'll save that for the space race. All right. Check this out. So how big is that piece? Look at the railings. I mean, that's bigger than my apartment. Yeah. Pretty sure that has more usable floor space than it, too. Don't drop it on your foot. Pretty sure you wouldn't have a foot left over. Guys, he knocked that bracket off. Grinding the rest of the weld off. That bracket wasn't installed right. Or it was just a hoisting bracket to get that part into position. Your hand feels so weird after using the angle grinder for so long. You shut it off and your hands are like, what the heck? Tingly. He's working really fast. Right, Rev? Yeah. Okay, so it looks like the crane, if you look behind my melon, the crane is tensioned to something. The 11350 is tensioned with the power boom. I mean, this was a couple of days ago, guys. I know what it's gonna do. It's tensioned to the quick disconnect arm. This is the QD arm, or quick disconnect. This is the umbilical that will fuel 20 up when it's out on the pad. Yeah, see, lifted and launched on. Okay, let's see. Oh, yep. See, he tensioned the cables. See it moving back and forth?
Discovery, go and throttle up.
There it is. Human, 27-month resub. Quick disconnect hype. There it is. So it looks weird. It looks like a weird shape. The arm is actually L-shaped. If you looked at it from the top down, it looks like this. Elevator go down the hole, sneaky. Hey. They're building the crane or the rocket? Launch pad, Blimmin. Who can invite from the Starbase crew? Invite Shady Face, please. If anybody can. I forget who can invite and who can't. Shady. So, it's gonna go around. Whew. I mean, note the people walking around the orbital launch table over here, if you want humans for scale. That quick disconnect is like 2 stories tall. I I'm assuming they'll test the catching arms in some way. We could see a catch as soon as booster number 5 per Elon, Bobby. There's going to be another part that goes on the end of the quick disconnect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Thomas just said, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Geeson, I'm with you on that one. How will the catch tower move a caught booster starships when its when the arms can't articulate forward and back? So, Riv, the catcher arms are like an L shape, right? And the L shape, they connect right here, right? The arms can do this. They pivot left to right. And then if we're looking at this is looking at it from the top. So the catcher arms will be like over this dirt berm. The whole thing can rotate with how it's put together. You see this thing right here? That thing, that and that, they're two V-shaped brackets that are like this. Those two V-shaped brackets will clamp to the tower, and then the arms will pivot off of that bracket. That V-shaped bracket right there is a trolley that can go up and down. So, like, if we're looking top down at the launch pad is right here. The arms will actually pivot off to the side. They're L-shaped, so they'll pivot like this, and they'll catch out over dirt. And then once they catch it, they'll move it into position and then let it down. That's not what I meant. Okay, let me read again. How will Megazilla literally move a caught booster and starship when the arms can't articulate forward and backward? Wouldn't that mean they can only move it sideways? Oh, tank treads. That's what the tank tread comment was about. There's apparently going to be a conveyor belt on this so they can move it back and forth, dude. Yeah, supposedly. Like, that's what Elon said, so I don't know, man. What type of workers are the guys working in buckets on Starship? Engineers and technicians. What if they destroy the tower when trying to catch it? Well, I mean, how else are you going to test it? There's the crane moving her now. Sorry, it's hard to make my hands do that animation, Crab Shark. If I had that kind of dexterity, I'd probably be in a medical study. Okay, there's the hinge points right there, and right there. What's that, Blue? Look at that thing. Man, that thing is big. Look at that thing, dude. It's a freaking monster. It's so cool. Yeah, well, those are most likely steel workers up there. It's more like 4 stories tall. Yeah, maybe. One of the catch arms was put to the side. All right, I'll check it out. Oh, they flipped it. Those are coming in next, Thomas. Imagine walking that gangway out to the end. Shex, now you know how I feel when I walked up on the mobile launcher. I didn't walk out. I stayed on the central tower, and even then I was like, no, don't look down. Don't look down. And I'm not even afraid of heights. But when you're 300 feet up in the air, 100 meters, give or take, and you look down and you can see the ground, like through the floor because it's grating, you get a little bit of vertigo. Your brain goes, ah, you know. What's the launch time frame now? Yarg, I'm still saying end of this month. Sometime in September. I mean, they're still going fast, guys. They still haven't taken their foot off the gas. These guys are still working real hard. Yeah, Riv, it's a weird feeling. Yeah, your brain's like, don't look down. Hey, look down. Don't look down. No, you shouldn't look down. Hey, look down. It's like, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely say it's gonna be either late September. Yeah, Lazen, you're probably right. Just by the judging like how we're looking at this stuff here. I don't know. Late September, early October at this point, guys. What are your thoughts on the lock shortages? Make more locks. The draft environmental assessment is still not out, so they won't make this month. Yep. Dude, look at those guys walking around on it. Oh, what is that going in there? Oh, the hooks. Okay. Damn, dude. How can there be an oxygen shortage? Liquid oxygen is used in medical applications a lot, Jonas, and there's been a lot of medical applications lately. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't care what you have to say about it either. Watch the quick disconnect being installed, please. Or look at trucks. Hell yeah, trucks. Or forklifts. That's cool too. They do go fast, Riv. These guys, they're quick. Very quick. Does SpaceX launch without approval? No. No, they wouldn't do it. I know, Barkwell. It's nuts, dude. Can you imagine imagine how it's gonna feel when the freaking thing actually launches? Dude, that's gonna be strange. That's gonna be very strange. Have you got FAA okay? What? How much fun do you have talking to flatties? Yeah, you don't. Most of them are trolls, Riv. 90 to 95% of them are trolls. I did have one guy though that was serious one time. I couldn't change his mind because, you know, I've researched stuff on the internet, so I'm an expert, right? Like, you know, instead of being scientific about it, I just look for things that confirm my findings instead of disprove it because, you know, that's being scientific, right? No, I did change one guy that was on the fence about it one time. Yeah, I did change one dude's mind. Once. It's only happened once. Yeah, Jonas, that's gonna be strange, that's for sure. The thing about those skeptics and everything, guys, is that they say, oh, well, being scientific is having an open mind. But the biggest thing that I see from those folks is that they literally look for scientific studies that confirm findings, not disprove. And that's not scientific at all. You're supposed to disprove your findings. That's how science works. You shouldn't have to manipulate data or omit data. You should be able. You should just be able to find stuff that disproves it or proves it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try to disprove my ideas. If I have a good idea, I don't just say, yes, this is a good idea, I'm going to do it. No, I will try to throw as many monkey wrenches into my idea as I possibly can, and maybe even a hammer. Because that's not being scientific. That's going around and searching for something going around and searching for statistics and data that confirm your findings is dumb. That's the opposite of the scientific method. Yeah, you don't even, there's not even an attempt to throw a wrench in your own idea. They're not even willing to admit that the earth is flat or the earth isn't flat or we went to the moon or whatever. Like, that's not being scientific. You just want to be right. You don't want to, you want to be correct. You don't want to be right. It's the dumbest thing ever, dude. Crownless, there you go. This structure will sit on the end of the quick disconnect arm. That's a crane, but I see it. Exactly, Riv. Dude, I don't think people understand how many times I'm going to blow up my ship in Starbase. I'm going to destroy that thing probably once a stream. You know why? Because that'll make the ship better. That's what you got to do, guys. If you have a good idea and you want to believe an idea, that should be a red flag right off the bat. Like, look, I'm willing to argue the negatives of spaceflight. That's no problem. I will argue against somebody that likes spaceflight about why spaceflight is a waste of time. And I could do it in good faith because I know that spaceflight is the right thing. I know it's correct. I know it's the right move. We have to do it. But that won't stop me from throwing a wrench in the idea. I get it. And I can see the other side of the argument, and I understand it, and there are some very concise points over there. You know, the whole, hey, let's help people down here crowd. See, but that's a logic fallacy in itself. Spaceflight does help people down here. You know? But I can argue both sides of that. I could do it pretty well, and I could probably disprove a good amount of people that spaceflight is a waste of time. But that's how I go about going. That's why I can refine ideas and go through stuff and explain the positives better than most, because I throw wrenches in my ideas all the time. I throw wrenches in theories. That's what you're supposed to do. That's critical thinking, dudes. That's what you got to do. There you go, Staples. If you don't, what are you doing? You're not being scientific. You just want to be right. I hate people like that. I can't stand it. That literally drives me up the wall. You want to troll me? Try to well actually me. That's you guys have seen it. I'll dish out crap right in your face. I'll be like, I hate you. I hate you. Get out of here. That's right, passing. Well, actually, Baran is better. What's your opinion on moving the Earth to help battle climate change? Bino, we can barely build a skyscraper 1 kilometer tall. What makes you think we're going to move Earth? That's the answer to that question. Prop lines on the legs right there. Oh, yeah, I see them. Heck yeah, man. Craneception. Yep. How many cranes do you want, Elon? Yes, precisely. I want to make... Is it bad if I want to make this in Kerbal? Just the tower. I don't know. I want to try to catch a booster. We got to do that one of these days. Maybe not in mission mode, but I would love to build that thing. That would be really cool. I figure I could hook that up. Last. It's too damn hot for a penguin to be just walking around. I don't know, man. If we were going to catch a booster in KSP, I would have to make it so the root part is the launch plate, and we'd have to set that as target, and then I could retro burn and get the thing near it, and then right when I get within 200 meters, I have to switch to the pad, hit an action group to close the catcher arms, and then, I mean, in that kind of second or two, the rocket would have to fly automatically, right? And then the arms could go in, and then you just throttle the rocket, and it'll fall right in. But that, dude, that is way easier said than done. Like, way easier said than done. But it's doable. You can do it. It would be really tough, but you could do it. The arm would be the problem more so than the mechanics. Everything goes through air brakes, sadly. Would have had it. Yeah. The aim would be the problem. No, it wouldn't, Yarg. Set it as target. I can do a precise landing, dude. I can get the landing within 30 meters. Condor, I was landing literally back on the pad. So a 30 meter deviation, I can compensate for that if I practiced enough. Sure, why not? Don't get me wrong, it'd be tough. Oh, it would be tough. It would be like that one time where I tried to land on the drone ship. I'd probably get it 1 out of every 50, but it can be done. Reliably? Probably not. Something like that passing. Hey, baby. Yes, I just catcalled a spaceship. Shut up, she's beautiful. No, never, Broke-Oiler. No, Bino. Yo, look at that. Look at the tiles on the aero section. Oh, that's so cool. Yo. Oh, that is freaking crazy. What are those tiles for? Thermal protection. That's the thermal protection system. That's what's gonna make it survive re-entry. Strangelove. Yeah, Riv, that one's gonna Viking funeral. Yep, after 1 orbit. And it's gonna be amazing, dude. It's gonna be freaking amazing. That's gonna be a good day. How do you know ship 20 is a she? Hey, I don't, Zizep. It's 2021. Don't judge. You intolerant piece of crap. We don't take too kindly to intolerant types around here, boy. Now you gon' best on be tolerant around here. I don't know. Riv, that's the trolley right there. I know that's not what you asked, but that's the trolley piece. That thing is gonna like elevator up the side of the thing. See the track right there? Freaking wild, dude. It's so nuts. Like this is bananas. Like I don't even know what to say. When this thing actually does it, I'm going to lose my mind. It will catch it. I'm positive. SpaceX wouldn't commit to an idea like this unless they were sure. Banana. It's unbelievable. The absolute madman. DY. It's freaking ridiculous, man. This paint job. What's that? Oh, how Florida. Yeah, goalie. I'll pass on that. Booster 5 S21 are already being built. That's right. It's freaking happening, dude. It's freaking happening. This is... You know what, Barkwell? You're absolutely 100% right. I know this is there. I know it's being built. I see it. But it's like... alright. You know what I mean? I see it. I see it being made. I know what... Dude, I know what I'm looking at here. I know more than most. But still, though, I'm like... Dude, this is actually happening. Like, there is quite literally another space shuttle being made. Yeah, Grab Shark, yeah. There is another space shuttle, but it's better. It's better. Yeah, John. Well, that's not an insurmountable problem. We can figure that out. Yeah, Jim. Isn't it wild, dude? Think we'll get some Saturn V shuttle IMAX footage from SpaceX when this thing gets sent? Oh, absolutely. I said it first. Yeah, Smirks, right? I mean, you guys are saying, oh, Baran, SLS, Saturn V. Dude, this thing will just crap on everything. Like, yeah, King, I already did. If we all connect all the smaller ships together, we get a friendship. The colored tiles are tape on tiles that have cracked. Strange love, yeah. And it does backflips. Is there any chance that SN20 makes it through re-entry? It'll make it, Dino. I think it will. I think it'll make it. Crap, I was grabbing food. Can you give me the 4-second rundown on it? It went out of its TFR zone for a second and then flew back in for 1 minute and 40 seconds. But we don't even know. That was reported. That's not official, so I have no idea. We can, but all it takes is one. Yeah, well, John, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, John, I'm with you. Scuba John, I'm with you on that one. Dude, it's unbelievable. It's just... A booster common dome was sleeved. Cool. Cool. I can't believe that. It's a freaking space shuttle. Yeah, Rib, go ahead. Post a screenshot. Go ahead, do it. Is the nose cone reinforced carbon-carbon? I can't tell. I think it's just tiles. Let me see, Rip. Whoa, what game is that? Oh, I don't mind that. Yeah, I think it's just tiles. Yep. All right, so here's the end of the video. Why do stars all... Yeah, analysis. Why do stars all look the same size even though they should be different sizes? Different stars, they all look the same size because they're very, very distant, analysis. But different stars have varying forms of brightness. That more attributes to the size than anything. Long story short, they're all really, 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 really freaking far away. The ones that you... And, okay, here. Analysis. Let me... Quick detour, guys. Here. Look, long story short, that's what the night sky looks like if we can see the entire visible spectrum of light. That's what it looks like. These are pictures from Hubble. The reason that you only see certain stars is, well, one, some of them are they're emitting light in the visible spectrum. Other ones aren't. Visible spectrum meaning our eyeball, what our eyes can see. The other ones are varying shapes and sizes, and they're way further away, and you can't see the light with your eyes. You need like infrared. Does that make sense? So long story short, so two things, right? We can only see stars that are at a certain distance. The ones that are further out, the light's diffused. We can't see them. Other stars that could be closer or further away have different... They're emitting... That star could be infrared. It could be emitting ultraviolet light. You never see it. Space, man. It's wild, isn't it? All I see is blonde, brunette, redhead. Not to mention interstellar dust blocks visible light. Yep. Dude, long story short, you can't... The ones that are smaller and or bigger, you might not be able to see. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Dude, analysis, the universe is huge. Huge. Like, incomprehensible for our mind. It would be like an ant trying to understand what the ocean is. It's big. Most people don't get it. Like, even Earth. Earth is huge. Earth is gigantic. Once again, it would be like an ant understanding, like, what the Empire State Building is. It's like, it's just an ant. It's skyscraper. You know? It's big. Very big. And the Earth is a tiny planet, too. It's a really small planet, dude. That's right, Ro. Yeah, even what I'm saying, yeah, that's still not right, yeah. Us trying to understand the universe would be like an ant trying to understand what a solar system is and how big it is. Like, not even humans can comprehend that. It's big, dude. Very big. Those stars are really far away, like really far. And I would love it if we could go see them someday. Like, okay, like, this is just an example, and I know the astronomy nutcases in me are going to be like, no, yeah, no. I want to see this with my own eyes at some point. I would love to. It's probably not going to happen, but I would want to see a nebula with my own eyes. That would be insane. I don't think the pillars of creation exist anymore, but we haven't figured that one out yet. No, never. Definitely not. No, never. Well, thanks for being optimistic, chat, you dicks. Just invent warp drive, Fivehead. Yeah. What's up, Spiffy? How you doing? I'd want to see that at some point, dude. That would be really cool. Like I said, it probably isn't going to happen, but it would be nice. Yeah, dude, there's some wild stuff out there. So, okay, for people that don't know, if you're younger and you want to understand, nebulas are where stars are made. That's where that thing is a sun factory. It makes suns. That is ridiculous. It's so cool. Stars, yeah, I know. I'm keeping it very straightforward. I know you don't call them suns. They're stars. I understand. Yeah, our solar system would be like maybe a millionth of a pixel in this picture. Probably smaller. Yeah, probably smaller than that. Yeah, that's how big that thing is. Dude, yeah, it's gigantic. You wouldn't, yeah. If you were, like, standing right here, this thing would cover your entire sky. You wouldn't even, like, our solar system is little baby. Like, maybe an atom or something. Repost. If you want to see pillars, just chuck arrows or Phoebe of Venus and wait a few years, easy peasy. Delusions and grandeur. Yeah, Smirks is pretty cool. Pillars are small on the Eagle Nebula. There you go. You cannot stand in a nebula. Yeah, I know. Bro, snap out of it, for the love of God. Snap out of it, man. Jesus. Here, look. Check this out. Look at these tiles. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see, these are all cracked or deformed tiles from lifting. You could tell that some of them are okay, though. You could tell that some of them are okay because of the way they are. Yeah. This right here. Shuttle, baby. All I see is Space Shuttle. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. What gave it away? What gave it away? Oh, no. Guys, sources have told me that these tiles are in fact okay. But actually, they're not. Despite what SpaceX is saying, some of these tiles are not okay. In fact, my sources tell me that the ones that say okay might not be okay. An inside person told me that. See what I did there? This calls into question Starship's entire thermal protection system. I don't think that the tiles are too expensive. And here, I'm going to go on a petty, nonsensical point that's irrelevant to the original premise of the article about why I don't like it. Just thought I'd let you know. No. Yeah, these jokes. These tiles with the yellow strips on them, for the people that want to know. Yellow and blue, the different color tape indicate tiles that have deformed in different ways. This right here is the result of stacking this thing. SpaceX picked up this Starship and they put, that's 20, they picked it up and they put it on top of Booster 4. And when they picked it up, it stretched. It stretched some of the stainless steel and that cracked some of the tiles. How do you think they'll deal with the crane attachment points? I don't think those will be on future designs, Grav Shark. I think they're gonna look. There's a hoist point right there. This isn't anything that I've observed. Elon Musk said this in one of Timmy's videos. There's a hoist point right there, just like there is on Super Heavy. It should basically be protected pretty well through re-entry because the control surface is in front of it. And yeah, if you lift from there, it should be better. Would you attempt to launch or re-enter with tiles in this condition? No. 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 Not like this. Absolutely not. No. That you wouldn't. You'd get back a. You'd get back maybe 1 or 2 tiles out of the whole thing if you tried to re-enter like this. No. Did they crack when they picked it up, or did they crack when they set it back down? Most likely from picking it up. Interesting tile on the other side. Credit to RGV. Let me see. Huh. That's weird. Link in chat for this photo, please. Okay. Will they have to remove and replace tiles every time they lift it? No. Grapes, they probably did this to see how much those tiles were going to deform, if I had to guess. Yeah, it's very clear that another solution is needed. You can't have this many tiles cracking during routine flight operations. You're going to have to pick it up from somewhere else. And it's only on that side, OG image. Okay. So this is from 2 days ago. Booster has 2 pins for lifting and catching, although maybe it's better to modify the grid fins to take more load. Something will need to flip out from the leeward side of the top of the ship to do the same there. Maybe it's part of the forward flaps, but probably not. Different solutions for different load paths. Yeah, see? What happened here with this was SpaceX testing. They just wanted to stack just to see what happens. And them pulling on the top of the booster stretched the thing and broke it. I mean, look at how much deformation that they had around the hoist points themselves. So, it sounds like the Grab Shark. That's why I can tell you pretty sure. I mean, Elon said it, but we could also extrapolate that from just this, that they ain't gonna pick boosters up this way. No way. That's gonna be a thing of the past very soon. They'll be able to pick it up from the sides or something. I mean, if it was me, okay, so let's do some quick knowledge. No, let's do some quick critical thinking here. Where would you pick it up? So it's very clear that they had a lot of deformations from the top of the methane tank, which is right around here, give or take, all the way up to the nose. So that what does that tell you? That tells you that this area is not very structurally sound comparatively to down here. Why? Well, these are fuel tanks. They're stored at pressure, right? Those are fuel tanks. The fuel tanks are stored at pressure. That's why the tiles didn't crack down here. You still have the tanks pressurized even when you're lifting. That tank right there is inerted. It's probably filled with nitrogen, with gaseous nitrogen right now, but it is pressurized. Think about like a soda can before you open it. You can't crush it. But if you open the soda and you drink it, you can crush the can, no problem. That's what I'm talking about here. So, where would you put the hoist points? If it was me, I would honestly not try to use this for structure. You're going to get enough, but identical. No, they're going to run into this problem when Starship is coming through re-entry. You're going to run into this right here. Why? Because of the load being exerted on the wings. The load being exerted on the wings is going to make Starship want to do this. It's going to want to bend because of, well, that would be shear load right there. Shear load hitting the booster at hypersonic speeds from this side. Okay, that's definitely going to happen. So you're gonna need to reinforce this area somehow. You're going to have to. There's no getting around that. And Booster 20 Ship 20 might not make it through because of this. Because this isn't reinforced. You're going to have some kind of reinforced cradle in here that maybe is C-shaped, right? That holds the aero surfaces together. Or else you're going to have some nasty problems. Like bending. The thing will bend. The shuttle did that. The shuttle bent. Some of the wings slightly deformed through re-entry all the time. You could tell just by the tiles that they had to replace on the shuttle. You could see they're always at seams because they deform, right? But that was because the shuttle was made out of aluminum, right? Oh wait, excuse me. Aluminum. I'm just going to piss everybody off today. So, unless you put some kind of crazy reinforcement in here and something to tie the aero surfaces together, you're gonna have deformation. So I wouldn't lift from here. I'd lift from right here. I'd lift from right there, and that would be where my catch point is. I'd have like, I don't know, maybe a piece that sticks out, or something, you know. The load points just need to be sufficiently higher than the vehicle center of gravity with empty tanks and full payload. Yeah. Somewhere up in here, because you're going to need reinforcement for the control surfaces. They didn't seem to get much deformation in this area right here. So, yeah, I don't know. Here's a spicy thought. Why not make the top carbon? Can epoxy the tiles? Maybe, I don't know. So SpaceX has some kind of load point right behind the control surface, which is in line with what I'm saying. Like, the center of mass on Starship, you know, the header tank is up there, but you got 6 engines down here. You know, with a lower fuel load, your center of mass, as you come in for landing, is going to go really low because you're draining the methane header tank and the liquid oxygen header tank. You're draining, there's 2 small fuel tanks here. There's one up at the front for balance purposes, right? And when you drain that thing, hey, thanks for the subs. Wendy, tier 377 month sub. It's pronounced aluminium. Thank you very much. You know, the center of mass is going to trend downwards, so maybe that'll help. What's that? Or they have to add structure that transfers the load of the skirt of the craft back up instead of through the skin down the skirt. Yeah, you're gonna, Savvy, all signs are pointing to some huge structural reinforcement in here, in this area right there. I think the broken tiles are mostly from installation. They rush to make the stacking date, especially on the nose cone. They installed the tiles the night before stacking. Okay. Why are some of them cracked and some of them chipped and some of them deformed and some of them popped off, Phil? I don't know, man. How's SpaceX intending to mitigate tiles breaking? Well, picking it up from a different point, Swishio, could help you with that. Or they could have installed it wrong. I don't freaking know. Maybe. Did it really deform too much or just the tiles mounted too rigidly? It deformed. That's not how that works at all. No. You have to mount the tiles rigidly so that they don't fall off. They tried gluing them on with the space shuttle, and that kind of worked. But SpaceX is using a mechanical pin. But it's not that the tile is too rigidly attached. It's that the thing that it's attached to moves. All this extra structure seems like it's going to take Starship in the opposite direction that Elon said it needed to go with the mass margin-wise. Yeah, so, well, Savvy, I don't know, you're going to have to find another solution. If that thing is cracking like I think it is, then they didn't have time to install them carefully. The tank section, on the other hand, was waiting on the nose cone for a while. Well, I hope you're right. Let me just put it to you like that. I hope you're correct. Or else we're going to have a big problem. Yep. All right. Oh no, only 75 tons to orbit. Complete failure. What about installing tiles once it's on top of super heavy? Well, Chimp, they want to make the thing reusable. You don't install the airplane's engines when it's taxiing to the runway. Remember, it's got to be... Think like an airplane. Don't think like a rocket. Think like an airplane. Don't follow the magenta line. I mean, you can, but don't do that all the time. Could end bad. Maybe Vickers. I don't know. I mean... Guys, I don't... Maybe. Oh, look, they did glue some. The tiles are glued right there. See the white trim? That's glued in place. Those are glued onto the control surface, just like the shuttle. Cool. Oh man, that's so cool. Dude, I could look at this all day. I'm sorry. It's just so freaking cool. Is it glue or is it insulation? It's glusolation, guys. I don't know. Glusolation. What are those tiles? Tough and unifibrous reinforced oxidation resistant carbon. Or composite. Excuse me. It's so cool. They're like a better version of the Space Shuttle's tiles. They were developed during the shuttle program. SpaceX used that idea from NASA. Boeing did too with the X-37. It's freaking wild, isn't it? FYI, we're cutting it close on the time to make the launch deadline in 45 minutes. What? What are you talking about? The thing's on the pad. It's ready to go. Do you think there's some type of thermal blanket behind it? Yeah, there is. You see it right there. Why don't they use bigger tiles? Because you have to find the balance between manufacturing a bigger tile and, okay, you don't want... It's not just make a bigger tile, dude. That's not how that works. I'm going to use carried load as an example. Have you ever seen the, And by the way, the launch time for the SSTO isn't a deadline. It's a net date, Yarg. Launch dates aren't deadlines. We don't have an instantaneous launch window. Nice try, though. You guys ever seen the bed of nails experiment? Okay. Long story short, what's the bed of nails experiment? Where you have a piece of wood with a bunch of nails nailed through it, right? And you can essentially lie down on all the nails. Why? Well, the load is being distributed over thousands of individual points, right? Now, what happens if you step on a nail? No good, right? Why? Well, because the entire load of your body is going through that one point. That load gets concentrated there, so whoop, right through. Tiles do that with heat. The more tiles you have, the more you can spread the heat. It's literally this. It's not the same thing, but it's close. It's a good enough analogy. You know, Home Alone happens. How do you not look at the stairs when you're walking up the stairs? Dude, I always look at where I'm walking when I'm walking up and down stairs. I look at the steps. I like to meditate on a bed of nails. Yeah, it's the same thing. That's why. You have to find you don't, like, obviously you want to make a bigger tile so you have less tiles, right? But you can't make the tiles too big or else the tiles get too hot and then they melt off. You gotta have a lot of small tiles to be able to distribute the heat around. Those tiles are like a sponge. Those tiles to heat are like a sponge to water, okay? So the tile can absorb an insane amount of heat. You could hit it with a blowtorch and it won't do anything. I could have a blowtorch here and it could just absorb heat and absorb heat and absorb heat, just like a sponge can absorb water and absorb water and absorb water. But there's only so much water that a sponge can absorb, okay? And what happens when that happens? It just starts leaking out all over the place. Well, you don't want heat leaking out through the tile. Because if the heat's leaking out through the tile, that means it's hitting the stainless steel. And that means it's going to superheat the stainless steel. You don't want that either. So you got to make a lot of tiny little tiles. A lot of small tiles. But even then, those hexagons in there, they're like this big. They're like the size of a basketball or a soccer ball almost. They're pretty big. But you can't make them too big. If you make them too big, they won't work. The famous TPS video. Yep. Those tiles are ridiculous. Like I said, those things do to heat what water does to a sponge. It's ridiculous. I'll say it again. Ridiculous. How big is a tile? I don't know. 20 centimeters? 25 centimeters wide? They're big. They're big tiles. Something about seeing text written on the tiles, even if it's just okay over and over again, makes me happy. It reminds me of the shuttle tiles with the serial numbers on them. Link to this picture? Sure. This picture is coming from NASA spaceflight, guys. Oh, it hyperlinked me. You gotta manually select that link, Sakla. Hopefully you're on computers to do that. Yeah, see, there is one other thing that I'm noticing, guys. See that lip right there? That's no good. That plasma won't play nice with that. I know that for a fact because I'm a shuttle nutcase. See these things right here? That's no good. These tiles have to be flush. It's very, very, very important. They have to look like that, like a GameCube logo. Sued, DMCA. They have to be very, very uniform, and they all have to be very flush. Plasma doesn't play nice with non-flush surfaces. It'll burn it off. Like see that? You're gonna have a bad day with that. But see right here? See how uniform that is right there? That's what it needs to look like. Even then, you got a little bit of spacing errors right there. That's no good. Is that heat tape? No, the painter's tape is marking tiles that have cracked or broken, and then they write okay on the tiles that were all right. But see how these guys right here, they're all, you can't, I'll tell you, that's not going to end well. Will you shave your head if this one makes it through re-entry? Will I shave my head? Why are the tiles broken? Well, DNA, I think it's from them lifting Starship up from the top and it's stretching the tiles and cracking them. But it also could just be that they installed them wrong, I guess. That's what some folks in chat were saying, but I think it's because of load. But that's just me. Were the shuttle tiles hexagonal? The shuttle tiles were all different types of shapes. Reagan, shave my head. Implying that, like, I haven't done that already? What are you talking about? Oh, very nice, human. Official cupola pictures of Inspiration 4. Let me see. Let's take a look. I think we got most of this. Let's get out of here. Look at Dragon's cupola, which will provide our Inspiration 4 astronaut with incredible views of Earth from orbit. Dude. You want the $500? That's a bit concerning. I hope they solve this issue. I mean, Pink, they certainly won't just be like, yeah, it's fine, like the shuttle program, so pretty sure they'll be alright. Yeah, it's fine. It looks like it's double-paned, soundproof glass. There's no way that neighbor could have heard me yell when the rocket launched. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like it's double glass right there. Really cool, though. Simon. Nice. Chris is enjoying it. So is Cyan. Haley's like, this is pretty neat. It's kind of cool. How do you see double glass? Here it comes. Here it comes.